ClawMetry lets you understand what OpenClaw is doing in real time. It lets you see the AI agent think. It's built primarily for OpenClaw. It lets you see OpenClaw spawning subagents, burning tokens, making tool calls, and more. So before that, let's just check what OpenClaw is. OpenClaw is something that can do anything for you. It's your personal assistant. It installs in your Mac Mini or any laptop or any can be hosted anywhere, and it can do anything that you ask for. You give your credentials, you give your credit card details. It can go buy things. It can do things, reply emails, tweet for you, do anything. But the problem with it is you lack visibility on what it is doing. You ask it to do something and it says I'm doing this thing, but you might have to wait for like minutes or sometimes even hours, and you ask it to do something at certain time and it does a few times. Probably sometimes it misses and then it tells that like it was a gateway timeout or some other error, or like the API failed or it couldn't access the browser. So all of these things uh, is missing like in the product of OpenClaw itself, right? So there is OpenClaw is something that has like now 250k or like 225k stars, GitHub stars, and it rise like anything in like last 3 months. And like OpenAI acquired it, and then then Andre Karpathy tweeted about it and it became like more viral, super viral. So that's where I was, when I started using OpenClaw initially, I kind of like felt this being lagged, and that's why I built ClawMetry. And to solve those exact problems, right? It's as simple as installing OpenClaw. You run pretty much the same command like install for ClawMetry, and it just installs, and immediately you get a dashboard like this. You get to see how your OpenClaw is running. We are trying to visualize it, right? What's the brain, what's the gateway, what are the channels through which it's going, what are the interactions it's making. Similarly, you get an overview page. An overview page is basically like lets you see what are the active tasks that are running. Like if it spawns a sub agent, you get to see that thing, and also you get a summary once it's done, and you get to see the crons. And we also recently introduced a feature to kind of like fix the crons, and you get to see all the memory of your entire OpenClaw agent itself. So we are bringing more visibility on what is happening behind the scene. Let me quickly give a demo of how it works. So I already have OpenClaw installed. So I'm gonna just open the dashboard, and here I have the dashboard. And let me also pick this one-liner to install ClawMetry. I'm gonna hit enter. So it works across operating systems, Mac, Linux, Windows, whatever you want. It detects the system. At least, the one-liner is for Mac and Linux, but you can do pip on any machine. So we are hosted on PyPy, and you can run the PowerShell or the command. And once you have it, you start it this way, and it starts ClawMetry and let's see if we can see the agent think. And I'm gonna open it. So it's gonna ask me the gateway token. ClawMetry cannot access unless you give your gateway token. So I'm gonna put it here and let it connect. So once it's connected, we are landed onto the overview page. It gives a lot of details. So the first thing we can see here is this is the brain, like what it's doing, what it's thinking. So it ran something like at 5:54 today. Something about OpenClaw. It looked at the repository. It looked at how many installs and so on, how many stars. And let's see if it ran any sessions. So it ran some sessions. and it has this 3 cron jobs. So one of them is kind of helping me find an Apple MacBook Pro with 64 gig, and it's also helping me reply to my tweets, like I mean the tweets that are coming in about ClawMetry, and then yeah, also similarly for mine, and to just give a sense of like what people are building on top of it. Like I mean, I just wanted to show this one tweet, like one of our users, like, so this guy got tired of not knowing what OpenClaw was doing, so he integrated it with a Philips Hue spotlight, and also kind of like further visualized by ClawMetry. Like it changes colors based similar to what ClawMetry is doing. Like red is for processing, orange is for committing code, purple is for updating a new version, and for blue is for dreaming. So we can quickly take a look.
Hey CJ, could you tell me what the traffic is likely to be like around noon tomorrow to go from
Yeah, it's so he's asking about like distance, and it just replies with that, and like you can see what it's doing. So let's quickly give it a try. So I am going to open chat, and I'm gonna ask, can you deep research on AI agent infra? So let's see. So we just hit enter, and we can see what is happening. Let's see. Okay, so we are seeing a deep research task, the world after OpenClaw. So that was old one. So AI agent infrastructure is coming in. It's at 1603, and we can already see that like it's you can see the packets moving from gateway to the network, and packets moving to the search. So you can click on search, and what are the searches that are happening here as we do, and here you can click on the narrative and see what is exactly happening. You are running a sub agent, results, and so on. It's doing a bunch of web search, fetch, and you get to see the full logs of it. So it just, yeah, going through a bunch of articles and doing some deep research on it. So if I was just running this thing like on my, like, say Telegram, or like looking at here, I only get to know that like running with Opus, and it's gonna take some 5 to 6 minutes, but nothing visible beyond that. So what ClawMetry offers is like lets us see what is really happening behind the scenes. What are the exact API calls being made, and I could also kind of like see the tokens being burnt. So you can see like how much is being burnt tokens. So this kind of visibility is what like ClawMetry provides, and yeah, you can see like the breakdown of everything that is happening. This is just the starting of what we are doing with ClawMetry. So we are going to introduce a Mac and a iOS app, and also an Android app, where it's going to be more easier to track the entire infrastructure. Currently it's one gateway. So if you have like 10 gateways, you should be able to track it, like, or visually see it, like what is the status. And also we are planning to introduce a way to take control, or like I mean, before doing any of these external access, to ask for permission with the human, like whether they allow it or not. Maybe we're planning to have a dashboard like here. It's pretty much like Cloud Code, where it asks for like approval. Once it kind of learns, and like once you say that like approve for all, then it's not going to ask you again. So that's the kind of capability that we are working on, and we, as in like me and my OpenClaw agents, to get the whole thing live. Yeah, so that's broadly about ClawMetry. Thank you.